What is up, everybody? I am the host of this amazing podcast, Thaddeus Sims, and this is going to be another special episode. And if you are a awesome listener of the podcast, you know that the special episodes, they're random, and I'm just very inspired to just share this message that just came to me. So there will be no fun fact, no health is wealth tip, none of that. This is just a special episode. The last one I did was on dreams. So this one is going to be on education and consciousness. Sorry, I had to drink something. So I'm very excited about this. But anyways, we're going to go with it. So education, I was just thinking how it'll be really good. We always talk about we're not taught this in school. We're not taught that in school. And I desire us to really take education in our own hands, and we educate ourselves, but it's also good to educate your fellow neighbor, right? So here's what I mean. Let's just say that you see a friend of yours who may be struggling in an area that you're really good at. And it's just like, bro, if you knew this, or if you know how to do this, this would make your life so much easier. But they may not know that. So you may have the education. You can share with them, hey, I see you're doing this. Let me help you. Let me take some time to educate you on this. This may help you out. Of course, you can offer this. If the person doesn't want to receive it, that's on them. But if they do, educate the person, because there are a lot of things that we are not educated in and we're not taught. And a lot of us have lots of different educations in different areas. Like, for example, we can exchange that with each other. So what'll be really cool is I'm really good. I can educate a person on, okay, let me help you connect with another person. I'm good at that. That's my gift. You, on the other hand, you may be really good at acquiring wealth or building multiple sources of income. I am working on learning that. But if you are really good with that and you see that, hey, Thad, this is something that you could be good in, let me help you. That would be amazing. And we can just exchange, and we could exchange just that education between us. And this thought came from this book that I'm reading, and I'm learning just about wealth consciousness. And what that is just your consciousness, awareness, and whatnot. And the thing is, all of us are wealthy deep inside, right? We all have this wealth consciousness. There is no scarcity. The universe provides everything. We have everything within us. The only reason we don't experience it is because we're not tapping into that state of wealth that we have within us, right? And it had me thinking of sharing and giving. And in that with consciousness, it allowed me to think. I was reading the book, and the guy said he's a firm believer that all the people who donate food and clothing, he feels that they shouldn't donate all of that. They should donate at least half of that money into education, like how to give this whole. It's okay. An example. Sorry. An example would be if they donate to homeless people, right? Food, clothing. They should also donate educational books or audio snippets, something that you can educate the individual on how to acquire his own or her own money and wealth or business and this, that, and the other. And that had me thinking. It goes back to it's a saying in the Bible. I don't really read the Bible, but it's a saying that give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day, but teach a man how to fish, he'll eat for a lifetime, something like that. So if you teach a person how to do something, acquire his own money, this, that, and the other, educate him, his consciousness will grow, ideas will spark, he can create his own thing, here, that, and the other. If he or she chooses. Sorry, guys, I'm just super excited. I'm just going with the thought. And this just really opened my mind, because I was thinking, for me, there's a huge desire that I have to help a lot of people. And there's a project that I have in the making that's going to help many people for lifetimes. The thing is that it had me thinking about was, wow, let's just say some of us, we see a homeless individual, right? And we may say, oh, that person's poor. But quote unquote, a person's really not poor. They just, again, their consciousness isn't there. They haven't tapped into that wealth consciousness that's within them and this, that, and the other. So in a sense, we see that individual. But what would be good is if we share our knowledge or share our education. So an example, like something that you can do instead of hearing this is if there's a good book that you have, that's a simple book about like acquiring wealth. If you see a homeless person, yeah, you can give them $2 or whatnot, $3. That may be good for a day. But if you gave them $3 and this book, it's just a way of paying forward and giving. If you gave them a book like, hey, dude, okay, here's $3. This is going to last you. But this book right here is going to teach you how to do more. And that would be really good. Again, you giving that to a person, that will come back to you in boatloads. Like you're sharing wealth and education, and you're going to get that back like in multitudes, right? The law of cause and effect, universal law of cause and effect. You are the cause, you give it the effect. Or as you sow and you reap, things like that. It's going to come back to you, right? So if you see this individual, don't just give them the money, because that's just going to last them for a day. But if you give them a little booklet or something that increases their consciousness or their wealth awareness within them, that person will be able to create something different. You could help that person become the next millionaire, right? The more millionaires and billionaires that we have, like the better for the world, right? We can do so much. So an example of what I mean we could do so much is that, let's just say there is this homeless person. Again, I'm going to keep with this homeless person, and you help them out. That person could be a billionaire and think of a huge business or idea or an invention. I don't know, something that would help take multiple homeless individuals off of the streets, and can help them, educate them, get them back into society and things like that. All because you helped that person and gave them money, and you also gave them the book to educate themselves. And you may not just do that. You may not be around a place where there's a lot of homeless people. But if you are, that works out too. But what's also cool as well is the people that's around you, someone who could benefit, that friend you may see on Facebook or someone on Instagram. You may not see them personally, but you can offer your services to them. And you may have like expensive services. Well, nothing's expensive. There's value. So sorry, I take that back. You may have an amazing service that you provide. By finding like one person, making it conscious for you to give, because when you give, you're going to get back, and it's okay to expect that you're going to receive something from the universe, not from the individual, but from the universe, in a way that's going to benefit you. You can pay it forward in a sense of, okay, you see this person always on Facebook saying, hey, we always see it, man, life is expensive, or my job is this, or I can't stand going to work, but man, I need this money. If you are educated in something that could help them, you can donate that, in a sense, that time, that knowledge. Hey, are you open to blah, 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 blah? Again, if the person is receiving, that's great. If they don't, leave it at that. You did your part. You offered to give and share. And it's just a collective way that we can all educate each other and help us all grow and become better. The whole point of that is when you share and constantly share and give, you're going to give it back. Obviously, be open to receiving as well, but you're going to give that back. And when you do that and you help other people out, it just makes the world like a better place. We always talk about, the world will be better for you, blah, blah, blah. But if you just stick with people who are around you, it would be just simple. Start there. So, sorry guys, I know I sound like I'm a bit everywhere and excited, but I just had this idea, this like come from this book. I was like, I gotta share this with you all. So yeah, man, just education, taking that in our own hands and helping other people out as well. And also just, oh man, just with the consciousness as well. Just educating people, giving people that education. That's just really cool. It increases consciousness and awareness, and it just makes us a better place. And those people will thank you. If you listen to this week's podcast, so the podcast before this, basically, I think that was the 59th episode, which is everyone is an answer to other people's prayers. Basically, just if you listen to that, you'll get a bit of what I'm saying. Just you helping another person out, you being an answer to their prayers and whatnot. So with that being said, I'm going to leave it there. And also, too, totally random, but I am definitely thinking of looking to have a studio for the podcast. I feel as though I am doing a great job with it, but I figured, hey, why not have a studio? Because there are some people who are local that it would be great to just have them at a cool studio and whatnot. And I always record from my house. So I'm like, well, probably weird for you guys. Hey, come to my house. And you don't really know me like that if they're local. So it'd be cool to have a studio. I have no idea how that's going to come about, but I am definitely thinking about that. So if you guys have any pointers, let me know. But with that being said, guys, that is it for this special episode. Simple, to the point, and you can look forward to, I want to say, this Fridays. All right, talk to you later, guys.